CATDC. Early on in this pandemic, I shared a quote with you by Kurt Hahn. There is more in us than we know. Now, Kurt Hahn was a deeply committed educator, founder of Outward Bound, and he inspired Dyke Brown, who was the founder of the Athenian School, where I spent so many of my years as an educator. And I realized in reflecting on this quote the other day that I hadn't shared the whole thing with you. The entire quote is, "There is more in us than we know. If we could be made to see it, perhaps for the rest of our lives, we would be unwilling to settle for less." Well, COVID-19 has forced so many things, has forced us to look at things that we didn't know were there or knew were there but wanted to cover up. I also feel like it's allowed us to understand ourselves in new ways and to see our capacity as greater than we realized. Greater capacity exists within us for flexibility, for patience, for perseverance, and as was discussed in both of our first workshops of the fall season, the capacity for grace. So I realized that thinking about professional development right now for all of you is a little bit like a firefighter thinking about forest management in the moment when he's fighting a fire. So you are all working incredibly hard to get this school year going, to put out proverbial fires where they exist. And at the same time, even firefighters stop, rest, take a breath, reflect on what went well, what could have gone better, and yes, what forest management policies they might be putting into practice for the coming season. So the workshops that we provide at CATDC really are oriented towards giving you that opportunity to pause, reflect, understand how your capacity is being stretched, and even think about how you might grow more. We really do want to give you this opportunity to think about craft, think about teaching and learning, think about leadership development. So I hope that you will understand that there is more in you than you know, and also you need to fill the well. I encourage you to do whatever it is that's going to regenerate you, refresh you, sustain you, and to take part in CATDC programming, which also has professional and personal rejuvenation at the heart. I really appreciate all that you're doing for your schools, for your students. Encourage you to do more for yourself if possible, and take good care. Thanks for listening.